Hey guys, I wanted to go over this daily brainy from yesterday really quick so you kind of understand a little bit about these. I'm going to put more practice on the daily brainies of the types of questions that you're going to see on the AP test and the kinds of questions that you see on our DCAs, and then go over them and kind of explain the rationality behind picking certain answers so that we can get a little bit more practice with answering these types of questions. Now this one is one of those ones where there might be several answers that are technically correct, but it's asking us to look at this table and then based on the table, which of the following best predicts a key difference in prokaryotic and eukaryotics with regard to transcription and translation. So you're looking for an answer that you can, there's evidence for in the table, okay? So by now, because yesterday you did this, hopefully, and you clicked it and you saw that this first one here is the correct answer. And so we'll talk about that one in a minute, but I want to skip to the incorrect answers and explain why they're incorrect. Okay, so answer B says that prokaryotic mRNA is shorter than eukaryotic mRNA. It generally is shorter, but that there's no data in here that explains this to us. These 50S and 60S and 30S and 40S apply to the ribosomes, right? Not the mRNA. So there's nothing in here about the size of mRNA. And so that's why that one's incorrect, just because the table doesn't give us that information, okay? Number C says that eukaryotic mRNA contains more coding regions than prokaryotic DNA. Again, the table doesn't give us any evidence for this, but besides that, the mRNA, if it's mature, already has its junk DNA spliced out, already has its introns spliced out. So that one is incorrect because, again, there's nothing in the table, and that one just is incorrect. And then D says the processing of mRNA by eukaryotes is required for the mRNA to leave the nucleus. That is true, but it doesn't say anything about it in the table. Okay, we know that the mRNA has to get processed and we add caps and tails and we splice out introns. We know that this is true, but where does it say this in the table? This doesn't show like it happens in eukaryotes but not in prokaryotes. Okay, so that's why that one's incorrect. And this one here says that the two processes will occur simultaneously in prokaryotes but not eukaryotes. Okay, now where do we get this information? Okay, well, it comes from this line right here where it says where it occurs, the location. In prokaryotes, this part of transcription occurs in the cytoplasm. The location of translation occurs in the cytoplasm. So since they're both occurring in this cytoplasm, they're going to be happening at the same time. Whereas in eukaryotes, the transcription we know happens in the nucleus, but the location of the translation happens in the cytoplasm. So it has to leave the nucleus to go into the cytoplasm. So it's not going to be happen simultaneously. Okay, and so that's the clue here that where we got this first answer. The two processes will occur simultaneously. Okay, hopefully that helps explain that.